Right, so the number y is a positive integer. Please indicate over here examples of positive integers so that you keep reminding yourself. Maybe 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, 99, 5, 5, 3, 8, so on and so forth. These are positive whole numbers. They are integers. Now find y, in terms of y, the square of y. What is the square of y? We need to understand the question. So the square of 3 is 3 square. Square of 3 is 3 square. Square of 12 is 12 square. This is what it means. So what is the square of y? Square of y must be y squared. That's it. Nothing scary. Okay? So part A, done. The square of y is y squared. No working required. Next, part B. Given that the square of y, now the square of y over here we found out already, it is y squared. It is larger than y by 90. What is larger than y? No, in this case, what did they say? What is larger than y? Y square, yeah, y square is larger than y. By how much? So can you form an equation? What is the equation? What is the equation? Y square minus y equals 90. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. Y square is greater than y by 90. So if I take the bigger number, which is y square, I minus the smaller number, which is y, I get 90. That's one way to look at it. Some of you may come up with this equation instead. You will be writing y plus 90 equals to y squared. Right? Does this make sense? Here we have y squared is 90 greater than y. These two are equivalent. Whether you write this or this, you have the first step correct. Now they are saying that show that y squared minus y minus 90 equals to 0. Show. Okay, assuming we start using this. You compare them. They ask you to show up. Do they look similar? They look almost similar, right? But what is the difference? Here we got 90. But what do they want? What do they want on the right hand side? 0. So do you know how to make this the same as this? Yeah, minus 90, right? Straightforward. Okay. So let us subtract 90 on both sides. Y squared minus y minus 90 equals to 0. Have you now shown that they are the same? You have shown that they are the same. Y squared minus y minus 90 equals 0. Yes. Write down shown. And you should be happy that you have shown it yourself. Now if you had tried writing this as your first step, you compare. Are they similar? Also quite similar. You've got a y square, you've got a y, you've got a 90. It's just that I require the right hand side to be equal to 0. Okay? So how shall we proceed with this? Many options. We can choose to subtract y on both sides. If I subtract y, I get 90 equals to y squared minus y. Okay, now I see a y squared minus y appearing. Then I can subtract 90 also from both sides. Minus 90 I get 0 equals to y squared minus y minus 90. Then I bring this over here. This is now equal to 0. 0 is equal to y squared minus y minus 90. So y squared minus y minus 90 also equal to 0. Shown. Whichever way you start off, as long as your first equation that you form is correct, you will be able to show. Okay, so let me remove all these. We'll just work with what we have on the left. And I give you a tip. Over here, if they ask you to show something, the tip is, if you cannot show, for some reason you cannot show it, you keep getting it wrong, move on to next part, because the next part says solve this equation. If you didn't show it, can you still use this equation? Did they say you cannot use? They didn't say. They didn't say you cannot use. So even if you cannot show it, don't worry, for part C you still go and solve it because you know how to solve it. You can still use it Now part C. Okay? Assuming part B, wow, you really cannot do it, then you just cancel everything. You want to give up for part B already? Yeah, okay, sure. Move on to part C. Later on, then you come back to part B. Part C says solve y squared minus y minus 90 equals to 0. What is the value of y? Such that the equation left hand side equals to right hand side. Can we do this? How? How?
Y equals to what?
Y equals what? You mean minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Do you all agree? Do you all agree that we can use this? Find out the value of ABC first. Can we find ABC over here? What's A? B? C? Really, we can do this. But I thought we have always been saying that the equation looks like this. For ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, x equals to minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. We've always been saying this, right? I've never used y before. This question, instead of x, they use y. Are you sure I can use the same approach but change all the x to y? Are you sure I can do that? Yeah, you can. It is just a representation. Whenever I say x over here, I could have replaced it with, instead of x, I change it to y. Same. Instead of y, I can change it to, what else can we change it to? X, y, what's next? Let's use z. Yeah, I can use z. Okay, so these are still possible. Next. So based on this, y equals to minus b. Copy down the minus. What is the value of b? Minus 1. So minus 1 like this. Can I write it this way? No. Plus minus square root of b squared. Can I write it like this? Cannot. Must have bracket also. B squared minus 4ac over 2a. Ahmad, you're going to be coming up to do the work next, huh? What's wrong? From here, minus negative 1 is simply positive 1. Plus minus, calculator, square root of 361 is 19. Square root 361 is 19. Plus minus 19 over 2. So we have two answers. They are 1 plus 19 over 2 or 1 minus 19 over 2. Resulting in either y equals to 10 or negative 9. There are two answers for y. Can I accept both? No. They ask for positive integer. Where? Over here, yeah, see? Positive. So this negative 9 is rejected. Please do your self-marking. Next one, question 3. Not finished yet? Let's read this question. The sum of a positive integer. They ask for positive integer again. just for revision and easy reference, let us state some examples again. What are some examples of positive integers? 1. Okay, we like to start with the smallest, which is 1. Next, to maybe 985, so on and so forth. Okay, these are positive integers, examples of them. And its square is 56. So there is a positive integer, x, and we have a square of x. When I add these two together, we get 56. So when they say its square, whose square are we talking about? X square, yeah. And then you have the answer already. This is x squared. So a number, a positive integer x plus x squared gives me 56. That is what they are trying to tell you. And you have to be able to write that down. A. Write down an equation in x to represent the information. They say that sum. So there's a plus. What are we adding? X plus x squared. And what is the sum equal to? D6. Good, 1 mark, done. This is an expression, this is an equation to represent the information. Solve this equation. Do you know how to solve equations with an x squared? Do you know? Yes or no? You should know. What is the approach to solving equations with an x squared? What is the formula that we can use? Is it up on the board? Yes, right? But it has to be of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Do we have that here? Not yet. Can we make it into that form? How? X plus x squared minus 56 equals to 0. Is it really of this form now? Are you sure? Do I have x squared first? No, I have x first. Can I change it to x squared first? What will it look like? X squared plus x minus 56 equals to 0. Do I have it in the form now? Can you list down the value of a, b, c? What is a? 1. What is b? 1. What is c? Can we now write down what is the value of x? X equals to, what do we have? Minus, look at the board. Minus 1 plus minus good. Somebody who has been saying it knows how to apply it with the brackets also. So we have minus 1 plus minus square root. Use our calculator. Key in exactly what you see. 1 square, which is 1. In this case, 4 times 56. Square root of 225. Now square root of 225. 15, yes. Root of 225. We get 15. So we could have replaced this with 15. You want to leave it as square root 225, then after that you change to 15 also can. But I want to save some space. I change it to 15 over here. So now we have two answers again. Negative 1 plus 15 over 2, or negative 1 minus 15 over 2. Makes sense that there are two answers, but are both acceptable? They want positive only. So 15 minus 1 is 14 divided by 2, 7. The other answer, negative 16 over 2, negative 8, we reject this. X times x plus 2 gives us 120. Part A. Expanding. x squared plus 2x, 120. To make them the same, subtract 120. Shown. Part B, solve this equation. If for some reason you are unable to do part A, all is not lost. You can still continue with part B using this equation given to you. Okay, so here we have two answers, plus 22 over 2 or negative 2 minus 22 over 2. So our first answer will be 10. The second answer is negative 12. X has these two values. Are both possible? Okay, now because this is a rectangle, we know that the length and the breadth must be a positive number. You cannot have negative length. Okay, it must be positive. Trick character. I need your full attention right now. All look at the screen. I need you to read part B carefully. Read part B again. I know you've read it, you've done it, but read it again. Part B. Go to the back. Read part B now. What does it say? Solve the equation. Did they ask you to reject anything? They just ask you to solve only, right? So when you solve an equation, there can be two answers. In this case, they are, in this case, positive 10 and or negative 12. At this stage, do not reject. Although you are all aware, hey, x should be positive, but in part B, they only tell you to solve. Okay, so here we don't reject yet. Now part C. Calculate the perimeter of the rectangle. When you want to calculate the perimeter of the rectangle, definitely you need the value of x. Now is the time for you to reject, because x cannot be negative. So to answer part C, this is how we start. X, we are just copying down the answers from the previous part. X is 10 or negative 12, but now we reject negative 12. The difference is when to reject it. We do not reject in part B because the instructions were solve the equation. So I solved it, there are two answers, but I don't reject anything yet. But in part C, where there is a context, that is to find the perimeter. Now then, we can say x has a meaning, it can only be positive. So we reject the negative value. And perimeter of the rectangle will be given by x plus x, what was it? Minus 2, is it? Or is it plus 2? X plus 2. X plus x plus 2. We still need two more sides, plus another x plus 2. Now this is a total of 4x plus 4. Not the final answer yet. We still need to substitute in x equals to 10. 4 times of 10 plus 4, total 44 cm. This is the perimeter. You could have found each of the sides. This you write, it is 10, this is 12. So you can calculate 10 plus 12 plus 12, get the same answer. Still get the full mark.